When you encounter envy and unjustified hostility from others, do you become consumed with resentment, preoccupied with thoughts of revenge and venting your anger? In reality, there's no need to get so worked up. Simply focus on one thing, ignoring everything else and striving to win in your own race. Remember, jealous people are consumed by their inner envy, making their own lives a complete mess. Jealousy is like a dead end. While they think they're torturing others, they're actually destroying themselves. This is undoubtedly the most foolish course of action. Once envy sets in, they lose their rationality and cease to think clearly. They become trapped in the quagmire of envy, their hearts and minds filled with negative emotions. The excellence of others constantly irritates them, filling them with feelings of inferiority and resentment. Like a caged beast, they bludgeon around in this impasse, unable to find a way out, while the envious may frantically resort to all sorts of malicious tactics to harm and hinder the person they envy. The real torment is their own inner self. They're like headless chickens, running around aimlessly. They only seek to inflict pain on those they envy, unaware that as long as they are strong, their lives remain peaceful. The only ones truly suffering, unable to escape, are themselves. Therefore, if someone envies you, ignore them, and don't stop to engage them, because the envious will themselves collapse. Without your intervention, those who envy others only think about pulling others down, never about improving themselves. Jealousy is the uttermost foolishness. Everyone has unique qualities, and wise people learn from others' strengths and turn them into their own strength. But the envious don't. Blinded by envy, they only think about bringing others down, hindering them, and destroying their beauty. Imprisoned by these emotions and thoughts, they will never make progress or achieve anything, because they waste their time and energy maliciously hindering others. Life is like sailing against the current. If you don't advance, you retreat. Only by constantly moving forward can you find beauty and stability. The envious never grasp this truth, and so their lives are constantly self-destructive, regressing, and declining because of envy. The envious are often mediocre and incompetent, lacking both true talent and wisdom. Who are most prone to jealousy in life? Undoubtedly the weak, the mediocre, and those whose lives are unsatisfactory. Ultimately, jealousy stems from a sense of inferiority. This insurmountable weakness traps the envious in a narrow space, preventing them from breaking free. In reality, the envious often lack knowledge and wisdom to cope with life's challenges. Their lives are dull, even fraught with hardship. With so little warmth and hope in their lives, they suffer from a lack of inner balance. Unable to redeem themselves, they often settle for the status quo. However, they still harbor a deep desire for betterment. So when they encounter someone superior, they only feel envy, oblivious to all else. Ultimately, while they are hateful, they are also pathetic. However, even so, do not pity someone who envies you. Such people are like rotten fruit, only worsening until their lives are completely ruined. Remember, when others harbor envy of you, you should live a fulfilling life, striving forward with all your might, and disregard their jealousy and malice. Time will prove that they will ultimately destroy their own lives, falling into a self-destructive trap. Jealousy is like a hidden, slow-acting poison. While it won't kill you instantly, it erodes your inner peace day by day. At first glance, it may seem like a minor emotion of reluctance, but in reality, it quietly distorts your cognition. Others' success makes you anxious, while their failure makes you secretly happy, ultimately trapping you in a vicious cycle of self-destruction. It's like constantly staring at the backpacks of those ahead of you while hiking. Not only does it obstruct your vision, it also makes you more exhausted. In the investment world, this effect is even more pronounced. Seeing your neighbor profiting in the stock market, you rush in, often ending up buying at a high price. The essence of jealousy lies in a distorted sense of one's life's coordinates, causing you to measure your own life by others' standard. The widespread use of social media has exacerbated this pain. Beautiful vacation photos posted on social media, news of a colleague's promotion, news of a relative's home purchase. These fragmented messages act like a magnifying glass, exposing the imperfections of one's own life. However, the truth is, everyone only shares the highlights of their lives. No one shares their mortgage bills or career setback. When you fret over other people's children, You overlook the equally precious value of your own stable income and healthy parents. This is like those who blindly pursue the latest phone, completely ignoring the features they already possess. The same is true in investing. Blindly chasing hot projects while ignoring your own risk tolerance will sooner or later pay the price. When jealousy takes over, people often behave irrationally. White-collar workers with annual salaries of 300,000 yuan might take out high-interest consumer loans to buy luxury cars just to save face at a class reunion. Stock investors, seeing their friends bragging about their earnings, leverage themselves to chase hot stock. These actions are like attaching rockets to a wreck. The faster it goes, the harder it sinks. Utility theory in economics has long revealed that happiness stems from the satisfaction of need, not the gap between one's needs and those of others. The extra cost of comparison is essentially a muddled payment for emotions. Jealousy not only drives people to make mistakes, but also causes them to miss genuine opportunities.